The father of our nation has once said that sanitation is more important than the independence. And to recognize the sanitation facilities provided in the Indian schools, the government of India has come up with a very important initiative, that is the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. So hello everyone, a warm welcome to all of you in the today's daily current affairs session on EduTap, and in the today's session we will be discussing the top PIB news from the month of January 2022. So before starting the session, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe it and press the bell icon to receive all the latest updates of the courses and videos offered by us. And you can also join our Telegram channel to get the access to the PDF of the sessions. To join the Telegram channel, kindly click on the link given in the description below. So let's move on to the session. Let's get started. So here you can see from the headline of the PIB that the Minister of State for Education has recently released the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar 2021-2022. So first of all, let's discuss about the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. To create self-motivation and awareness about the sanitation facilities, the Department of School Education and Literacy, which works under the Ministry of Human Resource Development, has launched this Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar in year 2016-17. Kindly mark this year as it is really very important to be remembered. So here you can see that the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar was being launched to recognize, inspire and award all those schools who have taken exemplary work in the field of water, sanitation and hygiene. And all these facilities together secures the environment and provides healthy environment for our students as well as for our future generation. Apart from that, this particular Puraskars also provides a benchmark and roadmap for all these schools and tells them that what exactly are the areas where there is a scope of improvement through which they can improvise and improve the sanitation facilities that they are providing. And when we talk about the assessment of these Indian schools, then I want to tell you that all the Indian schools which are under the category of government aided and the private schools in both urban and rural areas will be eligible to take part in this assessment part. That is, all these schools will be available for the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. And when we talk about the assessment areas, then all these schools will be assessed across 6 subcategories, that is the water, sanitation, hand washing with the soap, operation and maintenance, behavior change and the capacity building, and the last but not the least, the COVID-19 preparedness and the response. And when we talk about the schools, these schools will be awarded at the district, state and the national level. So I hope that this particular part is very much clear to all of you. So that was all about this Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. Now let's move on to the practice question, which is based on this particular topic. And on the basis of the discussion, you are required to tell me in the comment section below about that which one of the following statements is or are correct in relation with the Swachh Vidyalaya Puraskar. So here you can see about the very first point, it says that it was instituted by the Department of School Education and Literacy in 2016-2017, which is correct. The second statement says that the school will be assessed through an online portal and mobile app in 6 subcategories, that is also correct. And when we talk about the third statement, it says that the SVP 2021-2022 is open for only government and government aided schools in the rural areas, but as per our discussion, it is open for all the government aided schools as well as the private schools in urban as well as the rural areas. So that means the statement which is incorrect is statement third, that is only C, that is the C option will get eliminated, and the right answer will be option D, that is both statement 1 and 2 are correct. So I hope that this is very much clear. Now let's move on to the next question that is being presented on the screen. So the next question is, the Power Grid has signed a joint development agreement with the Africa 50 to pioneer Africa's first transmission PPP project in which of the following countries? See, to provide and to come up with the very first power transmission line project in one of the African countries, the joint development agreement was being signed between the Power Grid and the Africa 50. So here let's find out that what exactly is the right answer to this particular question. And here you can see from the headline itself that Power Grid and Africa 50 in the joint development agreement to pioneer Africa's first transmission PPP project in Kenya. Here PPP stands for public-private partnership. So when we talk about this particular part, then Power Grid has signed a joint development agreement with Africa 50. So when we talk about the Africa 50, it is one of the organizations which was being established to bridge the funding gap for the projects which are being launched in the African countries. And when we talk about this particular project, then here you can see that it has been signed to develop the Kenya transmission project on a public-private partnership basis, and it is going to lead to the development, financing as well as the construction and operation of the projects. The name of the projects have been mentioned here, you can note down them, and the transmission lines under the PPP framework. So here in this particular part, Power Grid will be providing the technical know-how to the companies which will be creating this particular project, and the Africa 50, it is going to fulfill the financing needs for these power transmission line projects which will be made on the PPP basis in Kenya. So I hope that this is very much clear to all of you. And now let's move on to the next particular question from today's session, that is, which one of the following pair of startup have recently received the World Bank Group and the Consumer Technology Association's Global Women Health Tech Award? Whether it was Inacle and Nirmay, Kind Body and Nirmay, Inacle and Kind Body, Tia and Nirmay, and Tia and Kind Body. So what exactly, which pair is correct? So my dear learners, let's find out the answer to this question by discussing the news. And here you can see that the Department of Biotechnology BIRAC supported startups, that is Inacle and Nirmay, have received the World Bank Group and the Consumer Technology Association Global Women Health Tech Awards. So it is a joint initiative. This Global Women Health Tech Award is a joint initiative of the World Bank and the Consumer Technology Association. And when we talk about this particular award, this award is being given to those startups which have leveraged the technology to improve the status of women's health in the emerging markets. And here you can also see the same as well. And when we talk about the award winners for this particular Global Health Tech Awards, then here you can see that Nirmay Health Analytics Private Limited and the Inacle Technologies Private Limited were the winners. And when we talk about the Nirmay, then it has been awarded for its novel software-based medical device which detects the early stage breast cancer in the women. And apart from that, when we talk about the Inacle Technologies Private Limited, it has been awarded for the fetal light, which is one of the monitors which is based on the fetal ECG signal extraction technology for mothers in the labor or post 37 weeks of gestation. So I hope that the answer to this particular question will be very much clear to all of you. The award winners are Nirmay and the Inacle Technologies Private Limited. So now let's move on to the googly question, and the today googly question is being based on a very important rankings which were being released recently, that is the Atal ranking of institutions on the innovation achievements. And here in this particular question, all of you are requested to first of all understand the demand of the question, that the question is demanding that which statement is or are correct in relation with these ARIIA rankings. So my dear learners, do answer this googly question in the comment section below. Now let's move on to the homework question, and today the homework question is, see, recently the government of India has signed a free trade agreement negotiation with one of the countries in order to targeting the doubling bilateral trade between them by year 2030. And here you are just required to identify the name of the country with which this free trade agreement association have been signed by India, whether it is Indonesia, United Kingdom, Japan, South Korea and South Africa. Do answer the question in the comment section below. And now when I talk about the star performers from our previous session, then once again I am having a long list here, and here you can see that Mintu Kumar, Anonymous, Anonymous, Nilesh, Janani and Shreya have all of them have answered the question correctly, and a huge round of applause for Mintu Kumar and Anonymous, who have really given a very important effort in answering those questions, as they have also answered about the 5 Amrit Tattvas that I have asked in the previous session. And if you also want your name to be mentioned here as a star performer, do answer the homework question and googly question in the comment section below, and I will be giving out your names as a star performers in my next session. So my dear learners, one more important announcement for all of you, that as a Pongal Utsav sale, we are offering flat 40% and 10% off on all our courses, and the name of the courses have been mentioned here. You can use the code PONGAL in order to avail this particular discount, and this particular code is only valid till 16th of January 2022. So do avail this particular opportunity. And now my dear learners, that was all from the today's session. I really believe that today's session was useful and fruitful to all of you. In case you are having any queries, you can drop us a mail at hello@edutap.co.in, and you can also call us at 814-620-7241. So thank you for joining us. Wish you all happy learning.